Sup, dudes? Welcome to another episode of Great Men Taking Over the World. I'm Ren.
I'm Oyaji.
I'm Bodhi.
And today we're talking about the classic for Dreamcast, Jet Set Radio, aka Jet Grind Radio.
Y'all ready to get funky?
The most important part of dance is music. So now let us listen to the music and identify the beats.
1, 2, 3.
But that was too soft.
Alright, so Jet Set Radio. I heard of this game first, just like some of the other games, EGM magazine. I saw some of the ads. There was this like really cool ad of like grandma next to this brick wall, and she was like spray painted over. And I was like, this looks interesting. And right off the bat, you could just tell this game is like unique because cell shading, it's not really in games that much at the time. That got me curious. I had a Dreamcast already for a little while, and my brother, he worked at Hollywood Video, and so he rented it for me. Me and my other brother, we just threw it in there, man. We were just like, boom, this game is sick, man. As soon as like that Shibuya Cho level popped up and Gum is instructing you how to do all this like, you know, very basic moves and stuff. That music, Guitar Vader, Magical Girl comes up and it's just like down, 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 down. I was just like, yeah, man, this game is awesome. These fucking like jet-powered inline skates, and you're in Japan. Like, I love Japan. The game's so fucking hip, totally sucks you in there. It's like this punk, kind of like neon, kind of techno-y vibe. The music combined with the visuals is fucking like insane. That's what still holds this game together. It's just the style of the game, the graphics and the music. It's just pump, 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 pump. You're just totally hooked in there, man. Just roaming the streets as these like punks, spraying graffiti everywhere. It's just super cool. You collect all these graffiti cans all over the levels. You just spray paint, you know, buses. You're fucking roaming the streets. You're claiming the territory as your own, man. This game is fucking dope.
This game, first time I ever played it was on one of the Dreamcast magazine demo discs that they send out with Dreamcast magazine. And, you know, you had to play the shit out of those games because that was what you had at that time. I remember playing the level like Shibuya Cho, that first like little bus station level. Yeah, I was like floored by this game. It was awesome. Everything about it, the graphics, the music, and, you know, spray painting shit, you know, making a mess with that graffiti like, you know, bad kids do. And then I eventually rented it probably at Hollywood Video, and then beated that few times. And still to this day, it's like a game that I love to play. It's a great game.
First I'll be the music, and I really like the hip hop and techno music. It really bring me to dance, and really like to bounce around when I listen to the soundtracks. And also I really like the graffiti, the painting on the wall. So just people have to spray on the wall and make some random drawing on the wall, and I really like that part too because I'm a big fan of hip hop culture.
So what would you say is your favorite level of this game?
I would say probably like the Benton Cho vibe, which is like the Night City thing, just because like I love neon lights, you know, in Tokyo, and just the atmosphere is fucking awesome. You know, just all the contrast of lights in the dark, the cell shading graphics, and just, you know, bump the music through the night because, you know, techno night, all night party type shit. You know, it fucking represent.
All right, so my favorite level is Kogane Cho. And I say this because it's kind of like the sun is setting and you're up on top. You get like this view of a whole, like, it's unlike the other levels because it's residential. So you see like this is where people are living at, and And it's like you really get the feeling that there's like people there. There's so much detail in these levels. That's one thing. Like there's shit you can knock into and bump and grind. Not like that, but you know, on the other side you bump and grind it. And you're just spray painting, and you see like a little park, and like people like whoa, and like, you go into the sewer. It's like it's so expansive. You can go under the city, over the city, grind some telephone wires. Yeah, it's nice. It's a very nice level. I like that a lot.
Koganicho, and because that scene was in the boat, and I really like everything about boat and technology, so I really like that part. You dance on the boat. That's something funny, and I really like that part.
Alright, so speaking of music, what's your favorite track in this game?
I would say probably a couple from the artist David Souls, Miller Ball Breakers, and On the Bowl.
I guess the most iconic song for me is probably humming the bass line, that you know, which you hear like every time you go to the character select screen. Then also, they got some weird like Japanese like pop rock, one song called Super Brother. It's pretty cool. It's just like I don't know who it's by some fucking Japanese people. And they just scream Super Brother like again and again.
Super Brother!
And it's really good. It gets you pumped up when you're just like fucking grinding the streets.
Dude, you gotta do this. Super Brother.
What? Super Brother, Super Brother, Super Brother, Super Brother.
Super brother, super brother, super brother.
My favorite music would be Electric Toothbrush, because when I listen to it, and I really help me brushing my teeth at nighttime.
Oh, fuck.
What's your favorite character?
Garam, whatever. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce his name. That like weird looking black guy with these like goggles. He looks like a fucking fly. It's really weird.
I think I just was like seduced by his weirdness. Like, who is this guy? He looks like an alien. He's like kind of a weird shade of brown.
But he's like kind of tribal looking. It's just like he just looks cool as hell.
Oh yeah.
A special interviewer wants to ask a question of Bodhi.
What character do you like?
That would be Noise Tanks, and because I really like how he was designed with electronic circuit boards, and I'm a big fan of technology, so it makes perfect sense for me to pick that character.
Yeah, what's your last name?
Tank.
Tank?
Your name is Tank?
That's the last name.
Is that Chinese?
Just people always mispronounce it.
Oh.
Ah, yeah!
Hi, I'm Body Spawn. I happen to be the show.
No, I'm happy to be on the show.
I happen to be the show.
I am happy.
I am happy.
I am happy to be on
I
the
am
show.
happy to be the show.
To be on the show.
Be on the show.
On the show.
歌詞どうぞ。
Because the whole like thing about the game is like these punks are going around doing their thing, and then they're like always listening to this like underground music,
Radio
the
station.
pirated station, Jet Set Radio.
Hey out there, this is Tokyo's very own #1 pirate power station, Jet Set Radio!
Professor K supplies all those fucking youngins with these hip hop cutting edge know,
He's fucking beast.
sick ass beats.
And he's like kind of like he's like talks about like the gang war that's going
Yep,
on.
yep.
So he's kind of like news station.
Yeah,
as
he's like
well.
he's like spreading the word out. So he starts off saying like, you know, the guys around the neighborhood or the GGs are trying to build up, and you got all these rival gangs around there like the Noise Tanks,
the Noise Tank,
the Love Shockers,
Poison Jammers,
Poison Jam, Captain Onishima.
Captain Onishima, who's got that cool, but he's got like an Elvis hair going on.
He's
like,
got a little Elvis.
A little cowlick or whatever.
Yeah, and he's pissed off as hell. He's always like
Shadow.
Yep.
Yeah, and he just shoots you.
Yeah, who the fuck just goes around shooting
children, like
teenagers who are just skating around?
The cop is shooting.
Yeah,
it just comes down.
That's just the very.
He's the lowest level of like intimidation.
Intimidation and threat.
Yeah, the captain when he's chasing you, he's like.
Yeah, he's like flopping around and stuff, and he's like holds his gun out like he's like bam.
I don't know. It's pretty good. And then like while you're trying to get a spray paint out, if there's like that anxiety because the police are like coming in, they're just gonna beat you, and then it cancels your spray and your tagging.
And it's funny because those guys chase you down. They're like hut 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 hut. They like try to latch onto you. It's very ridiculous. And it's funny when you escape into the area. They're like, damn.
Yeah.
They're like, what do you think, Bodhi?
It's too violent.
It's too violent.
You think it's too violent? It's rated T for teen, though.
T for teen.
Oh, okay.
Do you think it's excessive, like the level they take it to?
Excessive force.
Excessive force, like like sending in the army. They send in parachute guys.
They're like helicopters.
Helicopters that shoot missiles at you.
Bit excessive.
But I think in general, Japanese they are more polite.
We were talking about that earlier. How it just implements kind of like a strange combination of gameplay elements. Like, it's got the trick system of, say, like Tony Hawk, you're jumping rails and rails, doing all these like flips in the air and shit, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then you're doing graffiti.
Graffiti where you gotta like
you gotta move the analog stick to.
It's almost like a what do you call it?
Rhythm game.
QTE or like a
rhythm
like
QTE game in a way. And then it's like the adventure aspect of you're exploring the level.
Collecting shit, like collecting all the graffiti, like that's like a platform.
Yeah.
Then when you're like chasing, in some of those missions you have to chase and spray, like tag the other people.
Yeah.
Like in that one, I always feel like I'm like leaning in. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh
like,
because they're so close. Yeah.
Like,
they're so close. You're trying to edge into it.
Yeah,
right, because they're also running away from you.
Yeah.
You have to chase them down, all three of them, and spray paint
and you don't
their
have any
backs.
weapons except your spray can. So you just
and it's funny that like just spraying them, and then they like when you defeat them, they just fall into like useless crumble into a pile of shit. Where they're just like
they're shaking.
They're just like yeah, it's so funny.
It feels good when you tag them because they
it's satisfying.
Yeah, it's really satisfying.
The part that I don't like about this game is like they'll be chased by cops, and if you get a cop, it's all messed up at the end of the video game. But just the point is just like I don't get caught in this video game.
The worst part of the game is the actual controls.
It's the most frustrating part of this game. That's like the only frustrating part.
It really is.
Because the game is pretty chill just to play, but like, those controls, you're trying to jump onto a rail and like
jump onto another rail or whatever.
Yeah,
make these big jumps or even just small little jumps, and you just
jumps, just anything.
It's really hard to guide the character with those controls.
It'll be way better if we can use the motion control like Xbox Connect. And you can just engage your workout with the game, and so you don't have to just sit back and just relax by controlling the video controller.
Yo, Oyaji, yo, Bodhi, what's up? Let's represent these motherfuckers.
Guys, what is your ratings for this game?
For me, personally, like when it came out, it was kind of revolutionary in a way. It was pretty intuitive and sick. Just the style and all that shit was so awesome. I'd have to give it like a 9 at the time. It was fucking great. Now it doesn't hold up as well, the controls and all that. So I'd probably have to, give it maybe like an 8.5, just because, I'm sure nostalgia has a part to do with it. But I think 8.5 is fair for nowadays, and back then was a 9.
Oyaji?
Yeah, I'd probably say for back then like a 9, 9.5.
Wow.
I think it's like among the best games for the Genesis. Not Genesis. For the Dreamcast.
Genesis.
That's really old school. No, but for the Dreamcast. Yeah, it's like one of my favorite games. Along with like Shenmue and all them other games.
Yeah, so definitely the top 5 for Dreamcast for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Top 3 maybe even?
Could be. Yeah, it holds up pretty well. So like I I can still play it.
Whip it
And so
Whip it out.
you're giving it a 9.
Yeah, I give it around like a 9, 8.8.
And Bodhi, what's your rating for the game?
Probably 9.7.
Holy mackerel!
Damn.
I don't know.
Because I really like the hip hop culture, and that time there's nothing like games like this kind. Very creative, and also there's no way to complain the controller because that time the processor and the hardware, there's a lot of limitation for the hardware. So if you run a fast game like that, and of course the processor will be like overloading and probably freeze in the middle again. So I would say even high rate will be very fair for the controlling.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us on another episode where we looked at the super hip,
Funky.
Oh, delicious!
Jet Set Radio, aka Jet Grind Radio for the Sega Dreamcast. So until the next episode, Jet Set Radio!
Territory is a territory. Territory is a territory.